Part 13, and it would be so much funnier if we were recording this on a Friday.
Well, we would have... Well, actually, no, we would have been recording on a Thursday. Never mind.
But that wouldn't mean a damn thing if it wasn't uploaded on a Friday.
Well, wait, hold on. No, this part's going to be uploaded on a Monday. Fuck. Damn it!
How do you know that?
Because if we start on a Monday, then if we
4
start on a
times 3
Monday,
is
then
12.
yeah. If we start on a Monday, part 12 will be on a Friday, and this will be
Monday
a
the 13th sounds like a parody.
Monday the 13th. Well, where we meet mild-mannered Jason.
No, where we meet tired Jason, who's getting ready for the work week.
I imagine him with the bloody machete and the hockey mask, but wearing like a suit and tie.
No, it's the machete is completely clean.
He hasn't killed anyone yet. It started his work week.
Paper Mario? Absolutely nothing. Where did I start? Oh god damn it, we're back in the sewer level.
It's more of a... Yeah, it's a sewer level. Close enough. Dun dun.
Oh, you're back.
I take it he's easier now because you have upgraded equipment.
No, it's electric blooper.
He's a harder version of... He's a harder version of the same boss.
Damn it, what does it matter then?
You know, for some reason, I looked at this guy, and it brought back memories of something entirely unrelated to bloopers. Street sharks. Why?
What, sewer sharks? Street sharks? Really?
Why did I think street sharks? There's just one guy with an octopus head. I forget what his name was.
The hammerhead guy, or...?
Calamari. No, it's one of the bad guys, I think. I don't know.
What are we talking about now?
Street
I've
sharks.
never heard of this show you're talking about.
Street shark. You know what? I will.
Street shark.
I have nothing better to do. I will Google it and send you a wiki.
Oh, street sharks. Right.
Yeah.
There's a reason we don't remember it.
There's a reason we don't remember it.
I haven't seen this in years, but I'd rather not remember that. Yeah, you're right.
Well,
it's about
allow
as
me
bad
to
as Spider
remind
Mark
you,
outer space.
Take this wiki.
A wiki? They have a wiki for this? Oh, Wikipedia. Just that's that.
Killer
wait,
Wikipedia.
hold on. No. Biker rats. Was it biker rats from Biker rats from Mars? There you go. Anybody remember that?
No. Oh wait, no, I do.
Why do people insist that cartoons were better back then?
They were.
When you had this
There's
shit.
a character called Moby Lick. What?
What?
The hell?
That's something Ted would come up with.
No, I wouldn't come up with that.
It's terrible.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry,
Ryan, there's
Mike
bad
from-
puns, there's Ted bad puns, and then there's just...
No, there's bad puns, there's Chugga bad puns, then your bad puns, then...
That's an... Either way, that's an...
The character I was thinking of was Calamari. I think this show exists purely so that they would have a toy line.
Yeah.
You mean like Transformers and Ninja Turtles?
Well, Ninja Turtle started as a comic.
Ninja Turtle started as a comic, yeah. A really good comic, by the way.
A very violent comic.
Yeah.
Shredder gets his head cut off in the first issue.
Wait, Shredder's not the main villain in the comic?
No, Shredder dies in the first issue, man.
Why?
Because he's the intro. He's the origin story, dude.
So he just never gets... Why did they set on him being the main character for the rest of the series?
Because he
I
looks
don't
the goofiest.
Yeah. Well, then later he gets revived as an Utron, and it gets really confusing.
You see, this is why I don't give a shit about the Ninja Turtles. They're just...
Ninja Turtles is a good comic series. It just doesn't have a set main villain like the TV series does. Of course, the TV series has to have a set main villain because, you know, children's cartoon. I guess.
I never really watched Ninja Turtles. I think the only series I even saw a bit of was the 2003.
Oh, I didn't even... I was so dead set on talking about unrelated shit that I didn't realize we just walked into a warp zone.
These are actually some of the most helpful things in the game because it makes side quest stuff incredibly convenient. Mm-hmm. Like this one. This is the start of the mail side quest. I'm just gonna call it, where you have to pass one letter to another from NPC to NPC. And I'm not going to be doing this side quest because it's a pain in the fucking ass.
Sounds like, is it? Well, you've never played.
And if I remember
Fantasy
you
IX.
complaining about it, yeah. Well, Final Fantasy IX was actually you picked up a message from a Moogle, and 9 times out of 10 you'd run into the person that you were supposed to.
What I was about to ask Ted, but then I realized, Nintendo fanboy has never played a PlayStation game in his life. if it was anything like the Magnet system in Final Fantasy IX, but
The thing about
the Magnet system is much better than this.
The system is that the letters you read are actually pretty interesting to read.
You don't even get to read the letters in this game. You just have to deliver them.
Well, they sort of talk about what they say. Like at the they sort of they cover a couple of topics. Like at first, it's a bunch of guys setting up a fishing trip, and then it goes really off tangent, and then eventually it'll come back full circle, and you'll give the last letter to that guy we got the first letter from, and then you'll get a badge, which is actually pretty decent, but it's not worth all the trouble. So no, I'm not doing that puzzle. I'm not doing that side quest. Fuck that side quest.
Yep.
You can't even complete it until the very end of the game anyway, because you need like chapter 7. You need to send letters to chapter 7 people. So, yeah, it's annoying. I think I've only ever done it all the way through one time.
Actually, now that I think about it, what was the reward for doing Magnet?
There was you know what, I never finished it completely, but there was something, you find Magnet headquarters and figure out what's wrong with it, and
you had to fix that machine with the material that one of the Mogs used as a coat shiner.
I watched H.C. Bailey's Let's Play of FF9. Don't you get like a ribbon or something?
I don't remember. Hold on, I'm doing it quickly. So it's actually bothering me now.
I think you get the ribbon item from something else.
The Protect Ring.
Right.
Is that worth all the trouble, or
Hold
no?
on, I'm trying to remember what it did. I think
Well,
the Protect
Curse.
Thank you, Curse, for giving me protection from an attack that I would have survived naturally anyway. Thank you, game.
I get the feeling that you don't want to be cursed anymore.
Well, why would you? Well, it's called a curse. Why would I want that ever?
Well, wasn't curse beneficial in Thousand Year Door?
Yes.
Well, no. The thing about the curses in Thousand Year Door is that if you read the backstory stuff, the 4 curse chests are actually the heroes who sealed away the demon before the game ever happened. But the demon locked them away into chests, and then basically, if they were released, they had to curse anybody who would pop out of it. But in order to help Mario, they gave him beneficial powers and then just name it curses just so that it would.
But I was to say that technically counts.
So they're technically evil.
Yes.
Either I think that's one of the interpretations, or either that, or spending 1,000 years trapped in a box has made all of them certifiably insane. I like to think it's a mix of both, really.
That's awesome. Like, take that.
At least I think that's how it goes. I haven't read the backstory stuff for 1,000 Year Door in a while. Usually I just sort of plow through the game without paying much attention to that stuff.
So we're in the underground level, huh? Does that mean we can skip to chapter 4?
No, not yet.
Oh.
Mario's really eager to get this over with.
No, it's just his natural mindset at this point. Underground levels equal warp cut.
The NHL's back on.
Well, we might be getting there because, look, if you look closely, we're about to pass through the ceiling.
Huzzah!
Don't know why I'm doing that, but whatever. Maybe I just wanted to open up inventory space or something. See, look, now we're on the top of the screen. Maybe the warp zone after all.
Where's the point system?
How are you supposed to know that?
It's Mario logic.
You're not. You're really not. The only thing hidden back here is a power-up block. But if you're ever like stuck looking for these things, there's the fortune teller who will pretty much say, "Go underground, ride that platform until you get over to the ceiling, and then that's how you find it."
Oh.
This isn't anything necessary to beating the game. It's just helpful.
I see.
Powering up your partners is always beneficial.
I think, yes, I do get every single one, because unlike 1,000 Year Door, all of the party members in this game are useful at some point or another. Looking at you, Flurry.
What the? Don't you wish you had the Wii U now, Ted?
Yes, actually, I do have the Wii U now.
Well, you do have the Wii U, but it's like, don't you wish you were playing this on the Wii U?
Not really, because I'd actually just rather be playing it with an N64 controller. Playing this with the GameCube was weird. Well, actually, it wasn't really all that weird because I played Thousand Year Door so much, but I'm just used to, like, using the L button instead of the N64 Z button to do the spinny thing was just odd feeling.
It's still your left index finger.
It is, but the Z button's not analog. It just felt odd. I played this game on the N64 so much, using a different controller. With
the Z button on the GameCube controller is in a really weird place.
That's why no one uses it.
It's like they designed it specifically to be different than the PlayStation's shoulder buttons. But at that point, they're just sacrificing functionality to not be a PlayStation controller.
For what it's worth, I think that the GameCube controller is more comfortable to hold than the PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. What else do we... I don't remember what else we do in this part. I think we fight the Master.
Is this even your footage, Ted?
Yeah, it's my footage. My brother... I actually remember what happened with my brother there. He was watching me record for whatever reason. And then he changed the channel on the TV just to be a douchebave.
Hello, Mario. Would you like to sleep in my bed and leave your fabulous scent on my pillow?
Do you get performance anxiety?
Not with my brothers, because I know that I could kick their ass at this game any day of the week.
No,
yeah,
the fact
you
that you're being
kick
watched.
their ass at a single-player RPG.
Well, then you race to the end.
I do remember that because I was recording this game. I actually got my one of my younger brothers to play all 3 Paper Mario games in a row, all the way through. I don't know why. I think he was just sort of like, "Hey, can I try?" And then I just sort of let him play for a little bit, and then he played all 3 games in a row because he liked the first one so much.
Oh, good! We can beat up an old man.
He played them all in a row, but did he finish them?
He at least finished. He at least finished Paper Mario 1 and 1000.
That guy's got twitchy eyebrows.
Dr. Wemby?
Okay, the Master is actually not that hard at this point in the game.
He's an old man.
He's an old man, but if you he has 3 forms, and the 3rd form is the hardest boss in the game. So one wonders why he doesn't just go up and kick Bowser's ass right now.
Because he's lazy.
Because he doesn't view Bowser as a threat, and he's right.
Well, he's a threat. He's already captured the princess.
He's not going to do anything with her.
Well, you see, he could go up and defeat Bowser now, but if he did that, Mario wouldn't gain any experience points, so when harder, more potent enemies come up later, Mario would be fucked.
And by that
what other enemies are there? It's just sort of Bowser. That's pretty much it. Wart technically doesn't exist.
Tatanga's been defeated soundly twice.
Tatanga's also a space alien, so...
True.
Kakaleta's not for another...
couple of years.
Year, I think. Wait, Superstar Saga came out in
2002 or 3.
So about another year.
And technically all the shit that happens in Rogueport and Flipside isn't the Mushroom Kingdom's problem.
Yeah.
If I remember
nor in Super Paper Mario either, that's a different dimension.
Yeah. Or, yes, it is, actually. Anyway, you can make using Goombario's charge move will make this boss fight actually really, really easy. Because you can just sort of have him charge up energy until he does like 12 damage per attack, and then he can just kick his ass in a couple of rounds. So really all you have to do is just sort of spam healing items.
So, Ted, what are we doing? What do we get from this? Curse.
Okay, I guess this is semi-helpful. I guess.
Well, at least it's usable.
At least it's usable there, but it's also a battle that doesn't matter in the slightest. Fighting the Master doesn't really give you anything, it's just sort of bragging rights.
Then why are you doing it?
Because it's an optional boss. Wait, actually, if I remember correctly, it changes exactly 1 line of dialogue if you've beaten the Master. If you've beaten the Master's final form, 1 guy will change his dialogue, saying, "Oh wow, you're so awesome."
Did you beat the Master? No? Okay.
You beat... Do I get a complimentary t-shirt that says "I beat the Swordmaster"?
No.
Oh.
Do you get a lousy t-shirt that says "I beat the Master of Paper Mario" and all I got was a lousy t-shirt?
No, you get a piece of paper that says "I beat the Master in Paper Mario," but all I got is this lousy piece of paper. Isn't that how most super bosses in RPGs go? You just sort of beat them for the
Yeah, it's a pathetic. It's a brag.
You get the proof of Omega in the files that nobody ever looks at anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, what game is that supposed to be?
Final Fantasy VIII.
That's 8? Oh, I thought it was 10. No, I'm thinking of Nemesis and 10.
Yeah,
So we beat an old man.
In 8, you beat the Omega weapon, and you get this entry called Proof of Omega that basically says you beat the most powerful enemy in the game. Congratulations.
What are you still doing dicking around here? Beat the final boss already.
Why haven't you conquered the world already?
Because we're the good guys. We don't do that, John. Gosh.
The Mushroom Kingdom is already mine.
Well, not really. Technically, it's Bowser's. Because he kidnapped the ruler.
If anything, I owe Bowser a favor. He uprooted the kingdom. I wanted to make this Mario Land anyway.
Now I look like the hero while doing so.
Wow, the Mushroom Kingdom is really flat in Paper Mario.
Well, it's made out of paper.
Apart from this crater. It's just, in, like, Galaxy, it's like, got a lot of rolling hill to it.
Actually, the beginning of Galaxy also reminded me of this game, if only because they had a Toad Town at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, there are 2 badges in particular you're going to want to buy from this guy, Zap Tap and Feeling Fine. You can get the other stuff if you want to, but these 2 are the most important ones. So I just did that right now while I had enough star pieces to do so.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, meanwhile, back in the... Well, I can't really call this the Hall of Justice, but whatever. Back in this part of town. Oh no, a ghost!
The boos are all over the place. Eh?
But it's a ghost, right? I shouldn't be able to see it.
Looks like a job for my younger brother. He's used to clean up duty.
Not yet. I don't think Luigi's... Well,
It's hinted at in this game.
well, it's hinted that he doesn't like ghosts, but you don't know if Luigi's Mansion happened yet. Is there a canon?
No.
I don't think so.
I think it's just sort of...
Yeah, it shoots bullet bills at you.
Lois, shut up. But anyway, I don't think there's an actual canon in the Mario universe.
There are plenty of them. Doom ships have like 16...
Oh, for fuck's sake, Lewis. Stop it. Stop that now. I don't think there's an overarching storyline.
Mario has a story?
I guess, technically, it's just not a very interesting one.
No, it has one story that it repeats over and over again.
It's still a story, it's just not a particularly good one.
Is there a moon, and has it been blown in half yet?
I don't know. I don't know.
There's a moon. Actually, if you think about it, there is an explosion on the moon. At least once.
In World, yes.
Wait, what?
Wait, wasn't somebody's base in the moon?
Yeah, the Exxon Fortress was on the moon in Thousand Year Door.
Yeah.
And we blow that up. I don't think it left a crater, though, so nope.
Well, if it left a crater, it wouldn't make much difference, would it?